Astonishing news from space weather. They're saying that we have an increased chance of geomagnetic storms and that another magnetic filament has snapped, and you can see it right here. Solar Heliospheric Observatory SOHO shows the bright CME emerging from the blast site. So we have an increased chance of geomagnetic storms. There are now 2 CMEs heading for Earth. They're directed towards us. Both were launched by snapping magnetic filaments on the sun. Their consecutive arrivals, January 23rd, that's tomorrow, and January 25th, are expected to cause G2 class and G1 class geomagnetic storms, respectively. So we have to stay tuned for this. What is a GM2? GM2 is moderate geomagnetic storm impacts. Power systems. High latitude power systems may experience voltage alarms. Long duration storms may cause transformer damage as well. Spacecraft operations. Corrective actions to orientation may be required by ground control. Possible changes in drag effect orbit predictions. And other systems. HF radio propagation can fade at higher latitudes, and auroras can be seen as low as New York and Idaho, typically 55 degrees geomagnetic latitude. So we could be having auroras as low as New York and Idaho because of this coming at us. And another magnetic filament snapped. Another magnetic filament erupted today, January 22nd, opening a canyon of fire in the sun's atmosphere. NASA's Solar Dynamics Observatory recorded the massive snap, and this is what we're looking at here. So newly arriving images from Solar and Heliospheric Observatory SOHO show a bright CME emerging from the blast site. The bulk of this CME will sail to the south of our planet. However, a preliminary NASA forecast model suggests the CME's flank will strike Earth on January 25th, possibly causing G1 class geomagnetic storms. And this here is showing us the 48-hour animation of sunspot AR 3559, showing its rapid growth over the weekend. 3559 is, as we see, it's basically as we see it on the image, it's on the northwestern part of the sun and then coming towards the east. So this big sunspot alert, a big sunspot is turning towards our Earth. It's sunspot AR 3559, tripled in size over the weekend, growing 10 times wider than Earth with more than a dozen dark cores. And if you have eclipse glasses, you can take a look. No magnification is required to see this behemoth. An unstable beta-gamma magnetic field makes AR 3559 a threat for strong M-class solar flares. Now, what is an M-class solar flare? Scientists classify solar flares according to their X-ray brightness in the wavelength ranging from 1 to 8 angstroms. There are 3 categories. X-class flares are big. They are major events that can trigger planet-wide radio blackouts and long-lasting radiation storms. The M-class flares, this is what they're talking about here, are medium-sized, and they can cause brief radio blackouts that affect Earth's polar regions. Minor radiation storms sometimes follow M-class flares. Compared to X and M-class flares events, C-class flares are small with few noticeable consequences here on Earth. So I'll leave a link below for you for this. You can see it on Space Weather, the latest news. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.